and thank you for listening to the Fandom Flux podcast. As always, I'm your host, KCW. Zero's jumped back into the call, but I'm kicking him out again. God damn it, Zero.
You're a jerk.
100. This is episode 103. 103 episodes. At least 99 you have been on this podcast. Well, not on this podcast, but you've been around for that long. And when I say, are we ready to go? You say yes, or you say no. You answer.
I said yes a little bit too late, okay? Gosh. I got my attention all scattered everywhere.
Oh my god.
You're dealing with a highly ADD individual. In case you couldn't tell, after 99 episodes. Flux
You know, you're singing so quietly you can't actually hear what you're doing, but I'm pretty sure he's singing 99 episodes of Fandom Flux.
On the wall. Flux. Take one down. Yeah. Copyright strike. 98 episodes of Flux on the wall.
God damn it.
Well, at least that was creative.
He pulled it out at the end, I think. Yeah, copyright strike. That was good. That was a good turn. I don't think we've ever gotten a copyright strike, to be honest with you, or any citations. Oh wait, we did get the thing from Coke.
Runners.
Oh yeah, Speedrunners? Was there one for Speedrunners?
Yeah, I think
from
so.
Coke? Yeah, there was one for Speedrunners.
I think that was one for Pokemon.
It was one of those ones where it was just like a mass-produced one. It's a company that didn't actually own the song. They just hit us with it because...
Oh yeah.
I think we got one for Pokemon too, which is why you stopped.
Yeah,
it
was
songs.
the Pokemon one that was the Coke Productions or Entertainment or something. That's Coke, K-O-C-H. Because we used...
On the road to Viridian City all the
Viridian
time.
City, yeah.
They own that song?
Yeah, it's Coke Productions, and I assume that's the same as the Koch brothers, the super rich industrialist entrepreneurial arseholes that fund the entirety of the Republican Party, as far as I'm aware. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm Casey. Hi, I'm your host, kind of. It's like the most daunting task in the world to host for these...
Say something nice.
Monkeys in human skin, but, you know...
Monkeys in human skin? I've done
yes.
nothing to warrant such accusations.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I apologize, Kenji.
Thank you. Now the rest of them...
My parents found me in a forest.
Also, I'm sorry about the growl thing. Anyway.
No, you're not sorry about that.
I'm
okay.
not sorry.
That's okay. I love you.
He's not.
Yeah, so I'm Casey, and with us we have Slicer.
Hello.
Zero.
Hi.
He
kicked me from the call twice.
Yeah, I did. It was satisfying both times. I kind of want to do it again, but I just don't want to slow things down anymore. And Kenchi.
Hi, I'm Kenchi618, and it's better to have had a Growlithe and lost it than to have never had a Riolu at all.
Damn.
Nice.
You know, funny thing is, I was playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, right? Because, like, my friends talked me into it. The Pokemon I get as a starter is Riolu. So, you do a quiz, and it determines what kind of Pokemon you are. I got Riolu. And I was like, this is the only game I can get Riolu in.
Apparently.
I'm happy.
Not for lack of trying.
Yep, definitely not.
And trying.
Lack of trying.
And trying.
It's like, you know how Ash had like a billion Tauros from catching them all at the Safari Zone in the anime?
It's like he was trying to catch a Riolu, and that's just what happened.
I feel like it's a lot like our situation. He was trying to catch something in particular and just ended up catching a shitload of Tauros.
Like, he just really wanted that Dratini that was at the fucking Safari Zone. But the old man was like, no, I'm going to shoot you in the face if you try, so he couldn't.
Honestly, who can blame him? I mean, we have a Dratini now, which is all.
Yeah, you do. We're spoiling the crap out of Pokemon, by the way. But, like, only 20 people watch it, so it's cool.
They don't know what the Growlithe thing means. They will later.
Yeah. They should probably watch that one. Memory serves, the episodes will be called Planting and Payoff. Because literally the episode before, we get the catch that's, I think it was Zero's choice for name. So I had to explain what the choice numbers are. So if it was 315 to 317, then we get to pick the names. It's one of our options to pick what we're going to call that Pokemon. And then there's a payoff in the very next episode. It was great timing. Anyway, to stop spoiling one of our other video series, so we're going to start with what we're doing. So what have we been doing? I have a bunch of stuff that I actually wrote down to talk about this week, so I think I'm going to start, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Okay, so first off, Mad Max is a game now.
I saw you playing it.
It's a pretty good game. From the developers of Just Cause series.
Ooh.
At least the first two, yeah. So it's kind of like a toned-down version of that, with a lot more focus on driving, because, it's Mad Max, so that's kind of, it comes with the territory. So it's pretty cool. It's kind of styled like an Ubisoft open world game, like Far Cry or Assassin's Creed and stuff, where there's a few different types of objectives on the map, and you can go and do them, and you can go to a viewpoint style thing, which in this case is a hot air balloon, and try and spy out different objectives in the map. It's pretty cool.
Hot air balloon.
Hot
air balloon.
Yeah. And since, it's a Mad Max game, so fuel is an important concept, apparently. I haven't actually seen the Mad Max films, so I don't know very much. But, so fuel is an important resource, so you have to actually keep your car fueled with petrol or gasoline, as you would call it, or guzzling, as the game calls it for some reason.
That's what it's called in the universe. And they can only get gas from one place, the gas farm, so it's pretty important.
Yeah, so as far as I'm aware, it's loosely tied into the film, kind of. I think it's got a slight tie-in with Fury Road. Immortan Joe is a guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his son that's the bad guy in the game.
Which one?
Called, his name is Scabrous Scrotus.
Is he the midget or the one with the breathing apparatus on his chin and back?
I don't remember, but he gets a chainsaw to the skull at the very beginning of the game. It's literally the opening cutscene, so...
Oh. Well, alright. That
yeah,
in media res thing, or...?
No, that's literally the beginning of the game. He and his war boys attack Mad Max. I don't know if that's actually his name, but, they attack him, and, Max fights them off and gets into a chainsaw fight with Scabrous Scrotus. That's a fucking name. And basically ends up getting left in the desert for dead and gets saved by Scrotus' dog. And the dog is a mechanic in the game, and it's probably my least favorite mechanic in the game because it feels incredibly tacked on. But, yeah, so up to the point that I've gotten in the game, everyone believes that Scabrous Scrotus is dead, but it's not confirmed.
So he's probably not, then.
Probably not. Let's be realistic about this. This is the kind of game where you expect to have a last boss that is a ridiculous thing. So he's probably going to have some big mechanical apparatus on his head to keep it in one piece or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a cool game. You can customize the car and put different parts on it. You can cover it in spikes and give it different body types, whether you want it to be big and bulky or like a sports car. And you get a mechanic buddy that is... you remember the guy from
Scooter?
300?
Oh,
The deformed guy from 300 that betrays the army and stuff?
Yes.
It's basically him, only insane and an advocate of a religion based around the Archangel Combustion.
I'm down.
That has come down.
Combustion
That has
is
come
a
down
pretty
to-
cool name.
That has become the avatar of the car he's going to build, that he builds with Max, called the Magnum Opus.
I'm down.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's pretty
it's-
cool.
It's pretty cool, and he constantly rants about different, like, things and such, and... Yeah. It's a pretty cool game, and for some reason I get the feeling that a lot of people are just ragging on it a lot, and I don't really understand why. I don't know where the hate comes from. But, I'm finding it fun. I've played like 13 hours of it, which is more than I can say for most new games that come out. And I finished one section of the map. There are 3.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a pretty long game as well if you try and do everything. Kind of like Just Cause, I think it's one of those games where you're not really expected to do everything. At some point, there's not really much point to it. There are some collectibles, like there's relics of the old world, which are usually photographs or notes. And every now and again, you look at it and Max will have some maudlin comment to make, like, "Oh, I remember when we didn't eat dogs."
Wow.
It's really bizarre and out of context, but, it's kind of weird and incongruous, but whatever, you can move past it. I don't think they actually give you anything. But, it's a cool game, and I think people should play it. So I'm going to add that to Link Dump. People should have a look at that because it's fun. Actually, speaking of, the reason I even looked at it was because Michael from Achievement Hunter did a video on it. Basically played the first hour of the game. And it looked fun. And he seemed to be having fun with it, so I bought it on a whim. And I've enjoyed it, so I'll probably link that video rather than just the trailer.
Well, I'm happy we're all making purchases of games that are enjoyable.
Yeah. It's a good game.
Refreshing change of pace. Bless you.
Thank you. So, no segue for this, because I don't think it would... It literally probably isn't possible. I watched an anime, or most of one. I finally got around to watching Shinmai Mao no Testament.
Oh. Wasn't
That
that
is...
the one I said had a bunch of fan service?
Bunch is understating it.
Yeah. Well, to put in perspective, considering all the anime I've watched, that is relatively a bunch.
I think
That's
I spent
fair.
like half an... Episode 3, I had to ask why the hell I was watching it, and constantly really hoping that no one could actually see through my big bay window at the front of the house. Because they spent like half of the episode with the main character, Basara, massaging his sister devil person's breasts with maple syrup. Like,
Why?
literally half
What?
half of the episode.
Well, that just sounds
Yeah.
pleasant.
It does, actually.
For everyone
So
involved.
sticky.
Oh no, wait, that wasn't episode 3. I think that was like episode 6 or something.
No, they had to
But-
work up to that.
no.
Oh, they have some restraint in that they hold it that
No.
long. Great.
No, they don't. They really, really don't. Because episode 3, the one I was actually thinking of, was they're bathing together, him and his quote-unquote sisters.
They're not really.
They're not at all. It's a plan, a gambit or something, but it kind of backfires because
She's
he still
like the,
treats them like
she's like
family
the
or something.
Demon King's daughter or something, and then she wants to try to, live with his family by brainwashing his father so that, they can't be found and whatnot, but it backfires.
Yeah. Anyway, so episode 3, they're bathing together, and someone mentions a cake that he purchased, and they bring it in, and it gets destroyed. And
white frosting all over. Yeah.
No, it gets dropped on the floor.
Wow.
It gets worse than that. It gets dropped on the floor, and he gets really mad about it, and decides, okay, I'm going to just rub all of this into your bodies, and you can enjoy the cake.
What?
Do you remember when I gave my review on this?
Osmosis is not how you enjoy cake.
Do you remember when I gave my review on this and I said this is literally just fan service? And
yeah.
That's not fan service. That's porn. There is a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't make it that far into it, but.
Yeah. It's almost like High School DxD,
and that there doesn't have the good characters.
Is there combat plot, or is it just straight up?
It has decent characters. It has decent passable plot. It, unfortunately, also has absolutely no restraint, no idea what DS relationships look like, because that's basically what they're going for, if it wasn't clear. It is about on par with 50 Shades of Grey in that department, only more catering to the men's taste of what it would be like, I guess. Yeah. It's a little weird and very uncomfortable to watch. But the plot and characters are actually decent for the most part. Also, I'm pretty sure they borrowed a Doctor Who sound effect.
Are you sure that's not, like, royalty-free or anything?
I don't think it is. But I'm pretty sure they, if not copied it, then very, very closely imitated it. I think it's the end of episode 4 when what's-his-face guy who has the mask reveals himself for who he really is. And then you just get the telltale TARDIS sound effect. You know, the whir, whir, whir kind of thing. I can't actually imitate it, but, whatever. It made me laugh for a couple of minutes straight. Because it's yeah, I would not make the connection between those two shows. I can't say I could do that. Oh, now I could, and I really wish I hadn't. Okay, anyway, moving on. So I released a chapter as well. Yay, released a chapter. It took me like 4 days after I actually sent it for beta. Thanks, Slicer, by the way.
Yep.
Yay.
Yay.
That's about all I've got to say about that. I wrote something. It's actually kind of a momentous occasion because that happens like once a year at this point.
Yeah, I saw it's like, what? A chapter from Casey? That's impossible.
Yeah, so that happened. Another thing that happened. So Slicer and I have this Dark Souls show where I play Dark Souls and I'm bad at it.
Mm-hmm. He's pretty bad at it.
He's pretty bad at it. He's not gonna lie, he's pretty bad. Though in fairness, Slicer gives some sketchy advice at times.
I'll admit to that. My knowledge of the game is not as fresh as it should be.
Not even when he's actively trying to kill me. When he's actively trying to kill me, he gives the exact right advice to get me killed, absolutely. But when he's not trying to kill me, sometimes he gets it wrong. Yeah.
So kudos, I guess, for being spot on for killing him.
And I'd like to think you can't tell from my honesty which one it is, because it's always about the same level.
Yeah, pretty much. So we got to our first of what is probably going to be many montage bosses, is what I'm going to call them.
Of you dying?
Yep.
He's fighting Vendrick with 4 of the giant souls instead of 5, so he does next to no damage.
Fought Vendrick. I did win, eventually.
Oh, good.
But I also have like an hour and a half of footage of me just fighting him. So, yeah, I'm going to cut that up into a montage. That seems like the appropriate thing to do.
We need a montage.
Pretty much, yes.
Do you curse every time you die?
Not every time, but sometimes. Sometimes I got really mad and called him a son of a whore. So...
Is it something you can put to music?
I will be putting music to it, yes. That's going to be a thing I'm going to do. I need to find the music, and I need to actually cut it together as a montage, which is not something I've done before, so it's going to take a while, probably.
If I had editing software, I could do it for you. That's kind of what I'm trained to do, but I don't have any, so...
Oh, okay.
I have editing software, and I could do it for you, but I don't know how we'd go about doing that.
Yeah, I'd have to send like 20 gigabytes of files to you.
Yeah. Maybe you could see if you could use Miracle of Sound's You Died song.
Maybe.
No.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Not enough you died in that song.
Yeah.
You just died in your arms by the cutting crew.
No. I'll find something. And it will probably be, like, royalty-free or, unlicensed or something. Who knows? It wouldn't surprise me if I just picked something from Kevin MacLeod's extensive library of music.
Oh, I love that thing. I love that library so much.
It's so great. To clarify what we're talking about, Kevin MacLeod's music is basically an entire library of completely royalty-free music that you can use at your leisure as long as you credit him for writing the music. So, yep, I'm going to link that too, because he deserves it, because he's awesome. And finally, Achievement Hunter are doing a cool thing with the PS4 game Until Dawn, which is a game I would never actually buy because I'm not going to get a PS4. So I'm never actually going to play that game, so being able to enjoy it vicariously through them is quite enjoyable. I like it. Also, it's probably one of the best Let's Play style series that they've done in quite a while. So I definitely recommend people should go watch that, because it's funny. I think that's pretty much my week, for the most part, yeah. So, Ken.
Okay, so, aside from wasting away on Metal Gear Solid, by the way, that game is really easy to get lost in, because I constantly find...
Clarify get lost. Do you mean get lost as in you don't know where you are in the game, or get lost as in you just playing it for an eternity and you don't realize?
I'm playing it for eternity, and I'm not paying attention to actually advancing the plot.
Ah, okay. So a little bit of both, mostly the, losing track of time thing.
You can also kind of get lost because if you don't use the roads, because you're in Afghanistan, so Afghanistan desert and whatnot. And sandstorms and shit happen a lot, so you can lose your way. And that's not a good thing to happen on a mountain. Because you can fall off the mountain while riding your horse.
Yeah.
It happened a bunch of times, and it's not fun.
Yeah. Oh, I actually forgot to mention a feature of Mad Max. There is weather that happens, and it's either a nice sunny day, or it is a storm of some variety. There are a few different varieties of storms. So there's like twisters that can just crop up out of nowhere, which will be exactly what you expect, and will throw you around and beat the shit out of your car. There are sandstorms that you can't walk through very easily and will constantly damage you. And then there are crazy as fuck lightning storms.
Yeah!
Where everything goes dark, and every 5 feet there is a fucking lightning strike. It is awesome.
That sounds great.
It
That's
is
actually
the
one of the
most
cooler
fun
sections
thing.
of the movie when they show that.
It is the most fun thing to try and drive through. It is so great.
Have you ever made it through without just exploding?
I've driven across a couple of different regions to get to a stronghold so I could reset the weather. That's about it.
Oh.
I don't know whether you can actually drive until it just dissipates.
No, I mean, drive through the storm. Is it a area, or...
No, they're just randomly occurring. So
and they're everywhere?
You're just
can't
driving
drive
along,
through
and
them?
then you can just drive along, and then your mechanic will say, oh, it looks like a storm over there, and you have a choice whether you're going to drive in the exact opposite direction or just try and tough it out.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking great. Anyway, Ken, I interrupted you. So, you were talking about storms and getting you on a mountain and getting knocked off your horse.
Yeah, not knocked off your horse. You fall off the mountain with your horse, and you both die. So,
what's his name? Big Boss has amazing leg strength to stay on that horse.
It's pretty hard to get knocked off. You can't, it's pretty hard to fall off the horse. I think the last thing that knocked me off a horse was a tank shooting at me.
Wow.
Well, he is D-Horse, so, you know.
Yeah. The D is for diamond, by the way. It's diamond horse.
Well, that explains it, really. It's a diamond horse. It's practically indestructible. Or it's D-Horse because they went through A, B, and C already.
That's a dark way of putting it, but sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, I will just wander around for hours, just I'm in this habit of because I told you about the thing where you can kidnap your soldiers to outfit your ranks and whatnot.
Yeah. You talked about how it was definitely kidnapping and nothing else.
Yeah. Well, I have a choice to pick and choose through these people, and I realized that most of them suck, and I was just grabbing them because it was novel to steal people at the time. So I've been getting rid of all the shitty people and then going back through all the fucking game and trying to find people with better stats to steal. So I've been wasting time doing that, which is really fun because I have to go into heavily outfitted fortresses and whatnot, find the people I'm looking for, beat them without killing them, and then get them out, which is fun. And then I'm also farming for resources because I need to finish my bases. Need to be finished. And let's see.
It's one of those kind of games. Which is great because I love those kind of games. I really need to buy this game. God damn it. I'm going to have to buy another game, aren't I?
I'm going to have to buy this game too. That's right.
God damn it, I'm going to buy a Metal Gear game.
I've been looking for more cassettes because I need more 80s music to play in my house.
Hell yes, you do.
So far, I picked up, let's see which one. Which one of the two Billy Idol songs that were big? It's White Wedding,
White Wedding.
And what's the other one?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. I'll look it up on YouTube and tell you the ones that come up first.
Because it's the other one. It's not White Wedding, and it's really I stood there.
Rebel Yell.
Rebel Yell, yes. I didn't even take the cassette because once you take it, it stops playing on the radio. So I just stood there for 3 minutes with the people around till the song finished.
Wow.
Well, that's not an inappropriate reaction, so, you know.
Yeah, this game...
Is there any journey? Does it have any journey?
I haven't come across any yet.
Damn it.
You could probably look for a whole list of what cassettes you can steal, but that's no fun.
I have my fingers crossed for Suzanne. I really love that song. I'm totally going to do that, by the way.
You're going to look at what cassettes there are?
Yeah.
I kind of don't want to know, but I can understand why you would do such a thing. You know what? I do want to know.
Okay. Oh, it's Ground Zeroes. That's not the right one.
Metal Gear Solid 5. Cassette tapes.
Phantom Pain music tapes. Here we go. Found it. Spin Me Round. It's a good one.
Awesome.
Man Who Sold the World, The Final Countdown.
Awesome. Already have one.
Take On Me. Snake Eater is on there. That's kind of cool.
I also already have Take On Me. I've been playing the hell out of that.
I know. You mentioned it last time, and I'm still happy about it. Ride of the Valkyries.
Have it.
Midnight Mirage. Don't know what those are. Man-Eater.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Kids in America.
Got it.
That's kind of all the good ones. That's unfortunate. Dang. I think you found all the good ones, Ken.
Aw.
That's disappointing. Oh well.
Well, they exist in there.
You're roboting. I didn't catch that.
They're there, they exist, and they're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So let's see. In addition to that,
You should put "You Spin Me Round" on your fucking helicopter.
I'm going to when I get it. After you told me that it's now going on there.
Yeah.
So.
Because it's a helicopter, the blades spin round, like a record.
Baby.
Right, round.
Right. So.
Anyway, go on.
Metal Gear Solid 5 aside, today is the start of my vacation. Hooray!
Yay.
Should have started yesterday, but at 10:30 at night, I got a call from my boss. It was like, hey, the morning producer's sick and can't come in, and I understand this is your vacation. We've got someone else producing the morning show, but they are already staying over from overnight. We need you to come in and, like, for a few... If you're okay, and I understand if you can't do it. But if you could come in for a few hours to help out, we'd really appreciate it. And the first thought that came to mind is, you motherfucker, you know I'm not going to say no. Because I'm one of only 2 producers that don't do the morning show that know how much the morning show sucks. And realize that anyone stuck in it in the situation is a poor, unfortunate soul, and I need to help them. So I'm going to do it, first of all. So I agree, and I go in, and I'm in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm only staying for like 2 hours at most, just to help them write out like 30 minutes to an hour of the show, and then I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm not staying here. Only to find out that when I get there, the producer that's supposed to be doing it, filling in, is gone because she had to work 2 in the afternoon to midnight in the first place. And the morning show shift is supposed to be from 11 at night to 7 in the morning. So if she had stayed there the whole time, she would have been there for, someone help me do math. How many hours is that? 15
hours?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
So she went home to get like 2 or 3 hours of sleep, and she would be back by 4:30. So that meant that until then, I was in charge. And I was not happy about this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I might have scared some people from the look on my face for like 2 hours.
Good. That's an appropriate expression for a boss.
But it got
Maybe
going.
I'm just used to massive drives, but does anybody just sleep at the station?
Sometimes. Sometimes they do. There's a place for that. It wasn't a fun time. I came back at like, and I said I was only going to be there for 2 hours. I was there until 5 when the show started. At which point I didn't care anymore because it wasn't my problem anymore. So I'm not happy right now, but I'm trying to get back in a more chipper mood. I'm hoping you guys can help me with that. You know, I've been pissed hours.
Maybe it wasn't a good idea to open with the growler thing. I'm sorry, Kent.
You sure got a kick out of that growler thing, didn't you? Especially
I did. I'm sorry.
Especially what you did with it later to drive the whole thing home and just try to sell it. Can I even say what you did afterwards?
No.
Okay.
No. Spoilers.
All right.
Oh.
So yeah, the Growlithe thing happened. For those of you that want to know what that means, you have to watch the Pokemon episode where it happens. It's kind of a really dick thing to do.
It's gonna be a while until that comes out.
That's next week. That's next week.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So next week, yeah. Just keep
I think it's Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah, we go on a Pokemon catching spree and catch all kinds of cool ones, and the Growlithe thing happens. So.
And then we catch his favorite Pokemon, right? Right, your favorite Pokemon.
Shut up, Zero. You're gonna spoil it. Okay. Anything else, Ken?
Nothing much. Oh yeah, my brother's going back to Germany because he has to. He hates Germany.
Why does he hate Germany?
Because he's not in the cool part of Germany.
Okay.
And he can't speak German.
That is a handicap, yes.
The little dictionary he has of German phrases is all worn out. It's hilarious. He doesn't know what to do, poor kid.
Does he not have like a translate feature on his phone?
Not really. No. Our phones aren't that good. We don't care enough about our phones to have good phones. I mean, they're smartphones, but they're not good smartphones. They're like really, really far generations behind. So, yeah. Anyway, he's going back to Germany, so I'm wishing him luck. Hope nothing bad happens. Fingers crossed. And that's about it, I think. I can't think of anything else.
Cool. Zero. Go Zero.
Let's see. I went to my brother's football game last Friday, and I have to say, I have never seen a more sad game ever. It was basically go back and forth, drop the ball, drop it again. There were like 3 fumbles in the first quarter.
Oh, American football. Sorry.
Yeah. American. This was American football.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to have to interrupt you. So football season starting.
Yeah.
Your football season starting.
First game's tonight.
Yeah.
You betting again?
I bet on the Super Bowl. I don't bet on regular games.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide whether to get a season pass. Well, trying to decide between the season pass, where you can watch all of the games, the Game Pass thing, or just follow a team, because I could just follow the Ravens.
Well, what is the Ravens? Well, like your favorite? Just pick your favorite team, I'd say.
Yeah,
because there's like 40-50 pounds of difference in the price, but also it doesn't include the Super Bowl for just following the team.
Oh, then you want the Super Bowl then?
You should probably, if you like American football, you should probably get the whole thing because that's a really good way to waste a Sunday.
Cool. It's something that I could put up. Slicey got lost for a second. I think he's back. I don't know. So, yeah, it's something I could put on while I'm doing editing or something. So that'd be pretty cool.
And you can get engrossed in if it's actually something worth getting invested in, if the game's actually good. So
yeah. Or if it is, in fact, a Ravens game, in which case I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Like, actually watch it. Yeah.
So I would say, yeah, I'd get the whole season pass. My opinion.
Yeah, thanks. That's good advice. We seem to have unfortunately lost Slicer a little bit. He's trying to come back, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but in the meantime, we can get back to Zero, who was talking about his brother's football game that was rubbish.
Yeah, it was the saddest thing. I invited a friend out. I was like, hey, we can hang out and stuff afterwards. And he was just like, this stadium is awful. The parking here is awful. This game is awful. Why are we here? But he still had fun because we got to talk about how awful it was. My brother got put in for like 2 minutes in the fourth quarter, and that was it. So,
well, at least he got to play.
Yeah. And now, and I had a work shift, so I worked like 12 to 4, and then went to this football game. It was just kind of a great way to spend my day. And guess what I'm doing this Friday? The same thing: class, work, and then football.
Now, if someone making you go to all these, do you feel obligated, or do you want to go to all these?
It's not that I want to, it's that I have to, kind of. He's my younger brother. I understand I have to support him and everything. It's just like...
Did he go to your football games?
I didn't play football.
Oh.
No, he did like...
I've done...
What was it, karate?
I did...
Karate
I did taekwondo, and I did baseball and soccer when I was a kid, as well as basketball. But
no one wants to watch a soccer game. Sorry, Zero.
yeah, I only did like half a season of it, and I missed the other half because I had surgery. So, yeah, did a lot of baseball when I was a kid. So yeah, that was fun, I guess. But the actual good part about that was, as I was like hanging out, and I was watching the football with my friend, he's like, I wanna, he wanted to work at my KFC as like his second job, because his first job at Cheesecake Factory is not making a lot of money, and he's not in school right now. So that means that I'll actually be able to work less hours, which is good because I have school. 28-hour shifts is the... Yeah?
Zero's drafted to the KFC army.
It's like, I want to be a cook. I'm like, yes! Yes! Because if I get somebody to train as a cook that can replace me, then I get to move up front and get out of the kitchen.
But then you have to deal with more people.
What's wrong with the kitchen, Zero? Can't stand the heat?
It's really hot! But it's really hot, though.
But winter's coming. Oh, wait, that doesn't mean anything to you. You're in California.
Yeah, he's in California.
Winter.
It might rain. That's what that means, Zero. It might rain.
But it might rain.
If it rains, then we will be happy. But it never rains. Remember, California has a drought. So, yeah, I'm recruiting. Hopefully, it will lessen the burden on everybody in the store, because we've been really understaffed lately.
Are you sure you want to move up front? Because then you have to deal with people, and people suck. Especially.
Well, you know what? I don't want to just stay back there in the kitchen for my entire career at KFC.
Your career? Really?
And by that I mean I'm just staying until April, when I can get the financial grants and get money for college. But yeah,
you got to make a choice. Do you want to take the risk of punching someone in the face, or do you want to take the risk of being in that kitchen and burning yourself with hot oil again?
I burn and cut myself so much. I want to... Plus, I don't have to technically deal with customers if I'm just packing orders. Only if I'm taking orders. I'm packing orders.
You can probably make that decision for yourself, so you can tell your dad is the sheik of KFC in California or whatever.
You're just coming up with new terms for him to be like the Maharaja of KFC. Just pick one at random. Is that what you're doing?
The Duke of KFC and...
So,
come on, let's be realistic. He is not at the rank of it. He is a Viscount at best. Let's not be ridiculous about this.
Okay. The reason why... Yeah. My dad could get promoted, but he wants to stay in California, so he's denied it. Anyways, moving on.
So he's like the Garp of KFC. He could be an admiral, but he doesn't want to be an admiral.
Because if my dad gets promoted, then we have to live in Kentucky. And nobody wants to live in Kentucky.
No one wants to live in Kentucky.
Even if they pay us a lot more money, we don't want to live in Kentucky.
Well, on the plus side, you'd be a lot closer to me. So we could, hang out, maybe? But that's not worth living in Kentucky.
No. I wouldn't live in Kentucky for any amount of money.
Or Kenshi?
Kenshi, I could probably live somewhere close to you.
Just not Kentucky.
But not Kentucky.
I understand.
I get the feeling that at some point, either Zero or Kenshi are going to move so they can be close to each other and hang out, and I'm just going to be left all the way on the other side of an ocean.
We'll go pick up Slicer too.
Fuck you guys.
And we'll do a podcast with all three of us in one video and you all by yourself in another.
Get yourself on a plane and drag your ass over here. I don't know what to tell you.
And I will inevitably have to sing all by myself. Don't wanna be all by my... You ask like that's a rarity.
Welcome back.
Let's see. Also, this week, my friends have talked me into playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon again. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2. Which I'm just like, okay. I'm playing the Sky version, which is like the third version that's supposed to be better than the other two. It's okay. I mean, I can play as Riolu, so it's fine.
Yeah. Upside, at least you're not playing Gates to Infinity.
I've heard Gates to Infinity is garbage, and I've never played it.
It is so bad. I could sum up how bad... Slicer, we just got your message about hating the internet. It is... I could sum it up with the last two videos of Pokemon Rob's Let's Play of it. It is... You want to tear your hair out from just the cutscenes because they repeat every single plot point. They talk about it over and over and over. Like, oh, I need you to get 5 blue gems so you can pay me to building your house. Right, okay, we'll get you 5 red gems. Okay, remember, you need to get me 5 red gems. Do you get that? Okay, 5 red gems, 5 red gems.
They're trying to market Super Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, which is their new one, as much better. And apparently they've re-included the quizzes from the first 2 games, so you can do the quiz and see which Pokemon you are instead of just straight up choosing it.
Okay, they missed the part that they needed to fix.
Yeah, and as for the plot and everything, the game's not out yet, but it seems like they're trying to make a step back away from Gates of Infinity.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
I don't even want to remember it. I want to stop remembering. Zero, why did you bring up Pokemon Mystery Dungeon?
Because I was playing it.
He's doing it. I don't think he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he brought up the good one, and that made me think of the bad one. It's entirely your fault, Zero.
That's just the way your negative-ass brain works.
Anyway, if you're talking about the good one, please talk more about the good one.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun, and Riolu is really fun to play as because he gets counter, like, at the very next level from you get him, and counter is just, like, anything that hits you gets that same amount of damage dealt back at them, and it lasts for, like, 4 turns in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
That's kind of broken.
It's only for physical, but yeah, it's very broken. And combine that with Force Palm, it deals like paralysis, and as well as hitting people. And yeah, Riolu is a lot of fun to play as.
Yeah, and that's probably why they don't let you pick the Pokemon, because everyone would choose Riolu. Yeah.
Although in Super Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, it gives you the choice of picking or doing the quiz. I'm still going to do the quiz because I'm not a scrub.
You're only saying that because you got the good one on the first try. If you had to do the quiz 16 times and you got a fucking Bulbasaur every goddamn time, you would not want to do the quiz.
I got Bulbasaur before, and I was like, no. I don't want to play as a Bulbasaur. It's like, but Bulbasaur's so...
No one wants to play as Bulbasaur.
No, I actually did the quiz twice on Super Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. The first time was Bulbasaur, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to do Bulbasaur. Nobody wants Bulbasaur. I'm going to try it again. I got Riolu.
Yeah, everyone does the quiz until they get something they can tolerate.
The difference between Bulbasaur and Riolu was there was a question that asked if you were in like a big hall or something and somebody farted, how would you react? And at first I said I ignored that and I got Bulbasaur. I was like, no, wait, I'd probably laugh at that. And then I got Riolu.
What does that even...
It went down a different chain of questions, so, yeah.
The questions are randomly selected. It doesn't actually...
Well, yeah. I got told I was the sassy type.
Sure, whatever. God damn that game. They all have things about them that are fucking terrible, those games.
I know what you're talking about. That question was awesome.
And it's just a matter of, does it have enough kind of good things that it can balance that out? Most of those games, no, they don't.
Speaking of Pokemon, Nintendo announced Pokemon Go, which is an iPhone and Android app where you can use AR, your phone's camera and stuff to find Pokemon, capture them, battle, trade, whatever.
Yeah.
Which shows like a willingness to actually use the mobile market, but at the same time,
that's a really bad way to do it.
Yeah, if I end up going to Detroit, then if I lose, then I will lose my money and lose consciousness, just like in Pokemon.
Yeah. In fact, literally in the ad, they show a guy going into back alleys to try and find a Pokemon. That's not a good recipe. A guy walking into darkened back alleys with his phone out, just looking down, not paying attention. That's like a free lunch sign right there.
You know what? I think Pokemon's just investing in the theory of survival of the fittest at this point. Because you know what? If that dude's going to walk in the back of an alley for a Pokemon on a phone app, he was getting picked off sooner or later, you know?
Of course. You're right, Ken. I should have seen it. It's Darwinism. Pokemon's all about that shit.
It's all about evolution and
survival
of the fittest. It makes sense.
I forgot to write down some links.
And they're including like a little add-on for it that's like a Pokemon type watch thing, except it's not. It's got like a little Pokeball thing on it, and it lights up or it vibrates to tell you different messages, and I'm just like, I'm not going to walk around in public with a Pokeball on my wrist, because then people will know that I'm a trainer.
Well, of course. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. When trainers lock eyes, they have to battle.
If they lock eyes, they got to battle.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
But if I don't have to watch on, they don't know. And if we lock eyes, we don't have to battle, right?
Then you have no pride as a trainer, and you don't deserve it anyway.
Nope.
Okay, is the problem you don't want to fight people, or you don't want to be seen in public with it?
I don't want to lock eyes and battle with somebody in public.
It actually looks okay. It doesn't look like a terribly ugly thing. It kind of looks like, I don't know, almost like a cufflink, but it's a bit too big for that.
Yeah, it looks fine. Not exactly something I'd wear all the time.
Okay, here's the thing. You're 20 years old, so you can get away with that shit. Pokemon was a thing that was big when you were a child. So it's okay to wear that kind of thing now. It's why I can wear Dragon Ball Z shirts wherever the fuck I want to.
Hey, I'm the oldest one on the podcast. Pokemon was a big thing when I was a child.
Yeah, but Zero's at the age where he can still get away with that pretty easily. He's like 20?
I'm 20, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta admit, it's getting to the point where I probably shouldn't be wearing them just for the sake of, you have to conform to the fucking wants of society, and that's what I can do, baby, child thing.
Might suck, but after 25, the leniency on that drops significantly.
Yeah. On the other hand, fuck society. Thank you very much. I'm kind of okay being me.
So okay, look, I wear my LARPing gear to the meetings, and I've had people take pictures of me before. I was pumping gas, and some guy just took a picture of me.
Yeah, he's joining the modern world. That's how it works. He thought you were like one of those frozen guys that got caught in a crevasse or something.
Anyway.
Possibly Captain America analog kind of thing. Anyway. You were talking about Pokemon Go Zero.
Yeah.
Anything else?
So far, other than school and, I wrote an essay the other night. like, that's about it. Yeah. Been pretty relaxed. You guys...
Oh yeah, speaking of relaxed, this was my week off. I've got like one more day after this. That's kind of not cool, but... I'm only working 3 hours on Saturday. I don't get 2 more days off, so that's okay.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's pretty cool. It's been a nice break, and it turns out I really kind of fucking needed it. Because I woke up Sunday morning after working all Saturday. Obviously, I'd done the full week, 9 to 5. As I've probably mentioned before, I lived a very sedentary lifestyle before actually getting a job. So my muscles were basically on the point of atrophy. Not quite, I'm exaggerating slightly, but not as much as, you know, I kind of wish I wasn't exaggerating. No, I wish I was exaggerating more, is what I wish. There we go. So yeah, when I woke up Sunday morning, my legs didn't want to move at all anymore. They said, no, we're kind of done. So I sort of hobbled my way to the computer chair and sat in it for the next 12 hours. It was kind of okay.
Welcome to every Monday for me.
Yeah.
Welcome to...
sucks.
Yeah, I feel it too all the time. More than just one day of a week. So,
Yeah. How's it going with the working full time, Ken? Are you getting a bit more of a handle on it at this point? Aside from getting called in on your holiday, after all.
Yeah, I think it's going well, but I don't care about that. I don't want to talk about work. I don't want to think about
Good.
work.
Fair play. I
I
apologize.
got 7 days to not do anything, and I'm going to take it. I'm going to seize the bull by the horns and do nothing.
Mm.
Just like God intended.
Yeah. Fuck balls. Wait.
Good luck with that.
Anyway. Slicer. You should go before we lose you again.
I can barely hear anything, so if you just said my name, you may want to just skip it for now.
There is no for now. You are literally the last one. And I think we're losing Slicer again. Bye, Slicer. That sudden drop in audio you just heard, ladies and gentlemen, was Slicer getting dropped out of the call. So,
Oh.
yeah. So I guess we don't hear about Slicer's week. Let's call the pumping gas, that thing that he just said, that's his week, apparently. Let's call it that.
It was entertaining.
Yeah, so I guess we're moving on to topics. And if we can, we're going to move back to Slice's thing if he comes back, which is not looking likely. So the first topic is the Token Evil Token Evil Party member.
Yay.
So this is the guy that's evil and everyone knows it, but they just kind of go along with it because they need the help.
Yeah. They're so evil. And Shadow the Hedgehog, maybe.
He's anti-hero. Is he more than evil, isn't he?
When he's first introduced, he's kind of...
In fairness, when he's first introduced, he is on Team Evil.
Yeah.
He is literally on, well, they call it Team Dark, but...
He's on the evil team.
Okay. I got a better example.
Go for it.
Kurt Suchi from Bleach.
I really thought you were going to say Vegeta, but okay.
Yeah,
Kurt
I thought you were going
is
to say
absolutely
Vegeta.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vegeta eventually was.
Yeah, we've been on a bit of a Dragon Ball Z kick recently.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Kuratsuchi is absolutely one. Very, very evil.
Why is he a good guy? Exactly.
Because he out-evils the other side's evils. Like, literally, that is how he beats, Xylapro Grunz, I think was his name. How the hell do I know the names of the Yronka still?
Because that name is awesome, first of all.
It is a pretty good... They have some pretty good... all of the Arrancar have great names. I've got to say that. I'll give them credit for that much. They have fucking good names. Grimjow Jagajak.
Ulquiorra Schiffer.
Aronyeru Aruduriye.
God damn it, you don't even know how to say his last name.
You knew I was going to go for that one because I'm the only one in the world that can fucking say it.
God damn it, I'm getting stuck in this again. I remember this is a thing I tried like for 5 minutes on air once and it didn't go well. I'm just going to stop it here.
Aronyero Aruruyeri.
You can do that as many times as you want to. I'm not going to get it. I accept these limitations. It's part of being amazing. If you're not good at something.
Yeah, you can't do it, but I can. What does that make me if you're amazing?
Nothing. It's not worth my time, obviously. If you're not good at something, why bother?
Yeah, well, we got a Growlithe.
Yeah, we did.
You're our token evil teammate, by the way.
Yeah, I know I am. Yeah, that's actually way to segue back into the actual thing we're talking about. That's a significant facet of the token evil teammate, is that pretty much everyone knows and accepts that they're evil, including the evil teammate. They just kind of go with it anyway, because if anyone calls him on it, that's going to just open a whole new can of worms.
You don't want to be enemies with the token evil teammate.
That's true. Usually the token evil teammate is an ally because they are strong.
Yeah.
Usually they're also an ally because the team that he's on doesn't need another enemy.
Yeah.
Marvel likes doing that a lot, like putting the bad guys on the good guys' side. They like switching it up a lot.
Suicide Squad is basically all just token evil teammates.
Well, it's not a token evil teammate anymore, is it? If they're all evil, then it doesn't really count.
It's token evil team. But
it's DC, but I understand what you're saying.
I know. I just thought of that when you mentioned comics.
So what would be the token evil teammate of the Avengers?
Loki, when he was teamed up with Thor, but no.
That wasn't part of the Avengers.
Yeah, that was part of the Avengers. Cool. That was part of Thor, who's part of the Avengers. Of the actual Avengers members themselves?
Does the time when Superior Spider-Man was in count?
Oh, yeah. Superior Spider-Man. He was great. I'm just gonna build...
That was Doc Ock, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna build a base with giant spider bots and have millions of tiny spider bots around the city telling me whenever crime happens, and then get minions, and nobody will know. On my private island that I blackmailed to get.
In fairness, he was a Superior Spider-Man.
He was, actually.
The name was not a lie. It was absolutely true.
Like, that comic series got me to read Spider-Man for a little bit. And then afterwards, Superior Spider-Man left, and I was like, now I'm going to watch Peter Parker destroy everything Doc Ock built to do good. So, great. I mean, he set Peter Parker up with his own company. So, yeah.
Which, you know, Peter Parker did invent the web slinger things, right?
Yeah.
That was a technological thing. That was not biological like it was in the first Spider-Man films, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Web shooters are a thing.
Yeah, he probably should have a company as an inventor. That's a kind of a good thing.
Yeah, he is smart. And, like, Doc Ock, when he was in Peter Parker's body, he's like, okay, I got you your degree, and I set up my entire company, and I had, like, a whole entire base of operations to combat evil and keep watch over the city. And now it's like...
Yeah, You no longer have to worry about college. You no longer have to worry about working because, you know, you own a company, so other people will do that for you and make you money. So you can dedicate yourself to being a superhero full time. Isn't that great? Fuck you, you're evil.
It didn't exactly go down like that. It was somebody hacked into his spider bots, and since he relied on them so heavily, he couldn't see like this whole villainous group sprouting up of goblins, Green Goblin and this whole Green Goblin army.
Goddamn.
And so because of that, he's like, okay, crap, what do I do? Okay, Peter, you take the wheel. I can't anymore. Everything's falling apart. And yeah. I mean, it was kind of a BS way to get Doc Ock back, but to get Peter Parker back. But Doc Ock was still super fun as Spider-Man. I would like to read a comic where it's just him as a hero.
I would like to read a comic where they just sort of share a body and swap roles depending on what the problem is.
That would have been great, because then you would have had like really powerful Spider-Man.
Yeah, you would have, you know, the long-term planning and strategies of Doc Ock, and you would have the short-term, I'm going to go and sort this out right the fuck now, Peter Parker.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
But it's just like, Peter's like, I don't want to bring back Doc Ock, so... And like, that whole series did give us background into Doc Ock's past and everything. It's like, okay, you know, he was abused as a kid, he was like, stuff like that.
Sorry.
It's just like, yeah, but at the same time, all that stuff happened that made him awesome. And, like, Peter was like, okay, I feel some amount of sympathy for him because he's not, like, he tried to do good and tried to be a hero at least. But at the same time, Doc Ock was still, he was evil in a good way.
That's some top-notch phrasing there, Zero. Good job, yeah.
He did evil things to accomplish good ends.
The greater good.
Yeah.
It's like
You're
that
supposed
hasn't
to
been
echo
said
that.
enough.
Yeah. No, you didn't echo it. You were supposed to echo it. You guys suck.
Let's take a look at a character from Casey's favorite game, Jericho from Fallout 3.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Is he a token? Oh, he used to be like a raider or something, right?
Yeah.
You can't even recruit him unless you're evil.
He's also an attempted rapist.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that bit. Then again, I don't really pay attention. It's... Who was it? Was it Lucy West?
It was the girl that runs the little shitty restaurant at the front of the town.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't really pay attention to a lot of the stuff that happens in Megaton. As far as I'm aware, that was okay, as plot points go. So I'm not going to rag on that Fallout 3, even though Ken is kind of baiting me a little bit by bringing it up.
I was. You didn't bite.
No, that stuff was fine. A lot of the stuff in Megaton was kind of okay. It's just
Megaton was fine. I liked Megaton.
They didn't sell the water thing hard enough. In fact, there is an entire plot point where you can fix the water in Megaton. They have pure water, and you can fix it yourself because they just have leaky pipes.
You fix the you fix the pipes so they don't lose as much water. They still don't have a lot.
How do they not have a lot? They have a running filtration system and a fucking... Anyway.
I have to admit, the first time I played Fallout 3, I heard money would happen if I blew up Megaton, so I blew it up.
The flat you get from Tenpenny Tower is better anyway.
So I actually have a routine of when I start Fallout 3 of all the things I need to accomplish. Number one of which is to get the sheriff's outfit.
Nice. Yeah. There really should be a mod where you can get both the Megaton house and the flat in Tenpenny Tower.
Yeah.
Isn't there?
Because...
I thought if you fought off the ghouls, you got the place.
No. Only if you blow up Megaton.
Oh.
I did try looking for one. As far as I can tell, it doesn't exist. Disappointing, but whatever.
I know you can murder Tenpenny, and I guess then you can have his house.
I murdered Tenpenny Towers, like with the ghouls, so I could get the ghoul mask. So then I can have my sheriff's outfit and my ghoul mask, so ghouls don't bother me. Because I don't like them.
Okay.
They run at you in the tunnels and they like shouting and crap. I'm like, I don't want to deal with you. I'm your friend now.
Wait, you can get an item where ghouls don't attack you?
Yeah, the ghoul mask. If you wear it, ghouls don't attack you.
Huh.
You get that by working with the ghouls to take down Tenpenny Tower. So you can wear that and through the tunnels, the ghouls will just act idly. They won't even attack you.
Yeah. No, not going to do that. Also, credit where it's due, that was an okay quest, if poorly handled. All it really needed to make that a real grey-on-grey thing was for one of the residents in Tenpenny Tower to actually to make the salient point where, ghouls are basically ticking time bombs. Eventually they go feral. And when they do, they will just kill everyone in this place if we let them in. I mean, it's a fear-mongering argument, but it's still a kind of valid argument.
It has some truth to it.
Hmm.
Everybody put on your ghoul masks. Well,
that would kind of solve the problem in fairness, but they don't really know about that, so...
I mean, honestly, like...
Okay. How would you feel if people just started putting on human faces that they cut off of other humans? That's kind of morbid.
Well...
How the hell... Isn't the whole thing about ghouls that their faces have rotted off, and that's why you can see the bones of their jaws and such? How do you make a mask out of that?
It's not a mask made out of a ghoul's face, I feel like. It's more of a mask to make you look like one.
Yeah, it's just a mask.
No,
it's not really...
It's the face of a ghoul. They just sewed flesh together.
Are you sure? We can Google this shit now and find out. It's probably a thing we can find out.
Well, I can't, but I'm curious if one of you want to.
I'll look it up.
Casey's on it.
Ghoul mask. Here we go. Okay, the ghoul mask is a unique piece of headwear in Fallout 3. It is a mask which completely covers the face and appears to consist of multiple patches of feral ghoul skin sewn together.
Okay, so it's multiple ghouls put together.
Ah!
Yeah. It's pieces of ghoul face stuck together in a way that shapes it like a mask. So it has eye holes and a mouth hole.
Yeah. But while you wear this, it makes you and your companions just, like, friendly to ghouls. Which is fun.
Mm.
And you can wear a hat on top of it because it's not considered headwear.
No, it's considered face wear, so you can't wear glasses with them, but that's it.
But I always got that because I hated the tunnels on the way to that Three Dogs.
The tunnels suck. The tunnels everywhere suck because they are always filled with ghouls.
Yeah, they're all the same.
So I just put that on and I just kill the super mutants and make my way through because I can handle super mutants. The ghouls just are really annoying.
Yeah, Tale of Two Wastelands, I cannot handle the super mutants. They will fuck you up in that version. They're mean motherfuckers.
Continuing on to games, Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, God, yes. That is a very good example. Yeah. It kind of speaks for itself, really. You are terrified of him, so you try not to antagonize him too much. Occasionally, you will put in motion countermeasures for if he ever goes insane and decides, hey, it'd be a good idea to murder my best friends today. And other than that, you just kind of let him do what he wants to do.
Until the end, when you can choose to kill him.
Yeah, those would be the countermeasures. Yeah. You just sort of have a plan like, okay, Trevor's fucking crazy, right, Michael? Yeah, he's crazy, Trevor. Not Trevor. Franklin. Yeah, we should kill him. Yeah, we should kill him. Okay, let's do that. How are we going to do that? And then you kill Trevor. As far as I'm aware, I never actually did that. I went for the let's all be friends and hug each other thing.
Well, I did that because I thought it would lead to the hardest mission. It was just the longest. It was just long.
Yeah.
It wasn't even hard. It wasn't even interesting. It was just there.
Yeah.
Killing Mike and or Trevor is much more interesting.
Yeah, there's probably a lot more payoff in that conflict because, yeah, from the very beginning they had been building up trying to get rid of Trevor. So that probably has the most payoff from a story perspective of offing Trevor. Probably. But again, I didn't do that because from a gameplay standpoint, why the fuck would you do that? That just cuts out 1/3 of the game. Well, the post-game, anyway.
Yeah, it's the only I did the original one and the one with the happy ending where everyone's alive and everything. Then I went back and did the other ones to see what they were like. Thank God.
But yeah, Trevor.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Trevor's a good shout, is what I was going to say. Thank God what?
Thank God it lets you replay missions so you can go back and take different paths.
Yeah.
Oh, I assumed you just saved and then reloaded back to it.
Oh, you can, yeah, but they let you replay missions so you can, like, take a different tree in the missions that give you multiple choices.
Yeah, like the heists where you can do Route A where we go in guns blazing, or Route B where we sneak in and gas everyone so there's no alarms or security or anything. I think those were literally options for the first heist,
yeah.
Which was probably the only good one.
I still remember the sticking point of that mission was the dude who had to, like, secure the bikes for us. Picked, like, pick high-speed racing bikes instead of the dirt bikes for where we needed what we actually needed.
Yeah. Yeah, he got the wrong type of bikes, and then, if memory serves, about half the time, at least, he will fall off his bike in the tunnels, and you have to stop and pick up his stuff.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, that means one less person to get a cut, but, you know, if you miss that money, you lose that money.
Does the game tell you he falls, or do you have to keep an eye on him?
It tells you.
I think someone radios you or calls you and says, hey, this guy's down. I think that's pretty much what it says. Just, this guy's down. And then you can get, if you notice it, you can pick up his money from his corpse.
Yay.
Anybody got any more evilness?
Evilness.
Freaking every shonen anime. Gosh darn it.
Well,
I'm
that's
trying to think of one for
debatable.
One Piece. I'm not thinking of any, to be honest with you.
Not any lasting ones.
No.
Yeah, not lasting, but...
Nami technically was for a little bit. Likewise for Robin. That's about it. And then they kind of went, oh, we're good guys now. Yay, Nakama! And all that stuff.
Character development.
Yeah, sure, but in fairness, they did recycle that plot for both of those characters.
Yes, they did.
They did Nami, and then they did Robin, and it was basically the same storyline.
Yeah, it was.
Same character development, yeah.
And
most of the time in Shonen, it's not an evil teammate so much as kind of a stoic teammate.
Sasuke, right?
Yeah.
I just realized One Piece has 2 female characters in the main crew, and they have exactly the same character arc. That's great. That's great.
Well, to be fair,
It's not Bleach.
Oda must have been like, well, it worked so well the first time, let's do it again, just on a more bombastic scale.
Yeah. He's not wrong. I mean, Nami's arc was the best one of the intro arcs, and then NES Lobby was also pretty great and, you know, world-shaking.
Yeah.
There was not a token evil teammate in Fallout New Vegas.
Technically, Charon was kind of immoral, but he followed a code, so I don't know if he counts.
That's still...
Charon pretty much just... Wasn't he the one that...
He was the ghoul with the contract.
That's
so he would follow whatever they do. He follows orders. That's pretty much it.
he liked shooting people.
It's Fallout.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone.
That's like the primary hobby for 90% of the population.
It's like watching TV. I'm gonna go out and shoot some people. All right, have fun.
I mean, there's
Back before dinner.
no TV. There's no anything.
No
What else
video
you got?
games.
There's radio, but it's fucking Three Dog and no one wants to
Yeah,
listen to
I mean,
that shit.
he records his shit, so you hear it like 30 different fucking times before he actually puts something new out.
He has 6 songs, okay? You get sick of him pretty quick.
That is a
best
fantastic
radio
point. That's the best point I've ever heard about why Three Dog sucks. God,
And that's why I go and help the girl with the violin, or the old woman with the whatever it is. And then you can just listen to soothing music while you slaughter people.
Or you could listen to,
on Club Radio.
American Revolution style music.
That's fun
Shit.
until they start recycling dialogue.
Yeah.
So, yeah, same problem.
I wonder.
I
wonder what they're gonna do
install.
Sorry.
I did install Conelrad Radio, which is like 55 songs of sort of all nuclear themed songs, like Atom Bomb Baby, which I think is going to be in the new game, by the way.
Yeah, like I was thinking, what kind of radio stations do you think they'll have for the new one?
Yeah, Conelrad Radio was a really good idea because it's basically like I think it was a real thing in the 50s. Like it was an in case of emergency announcement radio station. So it would have like advice on what to do in case of a nuclear attack on American soil. And like messages from Bob Hope and people like that. Yeah, it was really a great idea for a radio station. I kind of wish the developers thought of it so they could actually put it in the game, but they can't because someone else did it, and they're just going to get compared to the guy that did it before. I miss that radio station. I need to see if I can get that fixed in Taylor 2 Wasteland so I can get it to work.
I think Three Dog is returning for 4. I'm not sure.
Yeah. He tweeted about that a few years ago, I believe. Said, hey, I'm recording lines for Fallout 4. Why the fuck is he in Boston? No one wants him there.
He's expanding his operation.
Radio goes a ways. If you manage to get a satellite somehow, which, I mean, they're all out of use. They're still up there. You can just do whatever you want with them. Then, yeah, maybe. But, I don't know. He's probably a different character. Or, he might get cut from the game entirely. I mean...
Oh, one can hope. One can dream.
That's a little mean. I mean, that's a voice actor. That's not a person. Don't hate the person, hate the character.
Yeah, I'm hating the character and I'm hoping it gets cut from the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got another one.
Go for it.
The entire cast of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, kind of. They're all terrible people. It's about all we've really got to say for that.
Charlie's the best out of all the terrible people.
By best, do you mean worst, or do you mean...
Nicest out of all the horrible people. He's still horrible, but he's, at least he's well-meaning most of the time. Or tries to be.
Looking for other token evil teammates. Yeah, I have a lot of games that are just sort of open world, so you don't have teammates very often.
There's a lot of freaking... This is used so much because the evil teammate's always the most popular, typically.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say the trope image for token evil party member or teammate is going to be Belcar from Order of the Stick. No one knows what I'm talking about. Joy.
I was told to read Order of the Stick. I was told to read it. I've only read like the first few.
You really should read it.
Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho. How could I ever forget Hiei?
Oh, okay. It's Richard from Looking for Group. That's a terrible choice. You really should have gone with Belcar, but whatever.
I don't know. Richard is pretty evil. I mean... He has songs about slaughtering people in new and interesting ways.
He does, and they're to the theme of Disney songs, but, it's still looking for group, and that's not amazing. This might be a preference thing, but I ordered this 100 times better. It's so much better.
If I could load the fucking page, I would have a better idea of what they are.
This page references Sonic Chronicles, and I'm just like, don't reference Sonic Chronicles.
People liked that game, as far as I'm aware. That was supposedly an okay game.
I liked it, but at the same time, the plot was, oh wait, the echidnas are not gone. They're in space!
You say that like that's strange for the Sonic universe.
That's
pretty normal, yeah.
And the music was actually not that great at all, ever. There's a lot of problems with it. People don't typically like to talk about Chronicle.
A lot of problems with the Sonic game? Oh no, wow, so unexpected.
Yeah. At the time, for a Sonic game, no one has any room to complain. Come on, that came out not long after Sonic 06.
Yeah. I liked Sonic 06.
Yeah, so did I. I'm not exactly proud.
I'm a terrible person.
You're getting delays there, Zero.
Bowser. Super Mario RPG.
Lame. Don't count
He's not a teammate.
Super Mario RPG? Yeah, he is.
That's in that one.
He was up with you to get his castle back.
The way I see Token Evil Teammate, though, is... What?
Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, HK-47.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It is the robot that constantly talks about murdering people because that's all it wants to do ever.
That's all it can want to do. It is a robot.
Yeah. It is a hunter-killer droid, so yeah. Slaughtering meat bags is its primary choice of discussion.
Prime directive?
Yeah, you could say that, yes.
Reaver in Fable 2.
Reaver. Yeah.
He's the guy who sacrifices people to...
No, I don't think he's actually in the game long enough to be called a teammate.
He's your quote-unquote teammate, working with you by doing things quote-unquote.
Literally not. He shows up, you do some quests for him, and then he's like, oh, I'm going to kill you. Oh, no, we're getting invaded by, what's-his-name, Lucian. Okay, let's leave. And they leave, and then there's a boss fight, and that's literally all you do with him. And then he probably kills the bad guy for you.
Yeah.
I don't think he's actually in the game long enough to be considered a teammate. No one ever said, okay, let's work together. It was like, okay, this is happening now. All right, kill this thing.
I would like to suggest Teresa, then, for the Fable series as a whole.
Yep. Second.
She's your ally, but...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Sinister as fuck.
Yeah, she is.
She is clearly evil. She's not even trying to hide it.
Let's see. Anders in Dragon Age 2. This one is mentioned here. Inability to deal with human emotions instead of turning it into vengeance. Commits a terrorist attack.
Evil.
I mean, the evil title is debatable, I suppose, on that one.
What was his thing? It wasn't... Okay, he got possessed by a spirit of justice and corrupted it into... was it vengeance?
Vengeance, yeah. And at the end of the game, he does a terrorist attack to spark the Major Evolution.
Yeah, basically because he realized there was literally nothing... There would be no peace or peaceful solution, because a peaceful solution would just mean going back to the status quo, which he could not accept, and probably rightly shouldn't accept.
And there's Sebastian, who's going to go raise Kirkwall to the ground if we spare Anders.
Yeah, that's... See, this is why Dragon Age 2 was a very good game and very underrated, because it's really hard to say any of these people are straight up evil.
Yeah, true.
Because, again, to play devil's advocate again, Anders did just blow up a fucking church. With the clergy inside. I've literally been on both sides of this argument now.
Yeah. Dragon Age 2 had very good characters.
Did we mention Vegeta yet?
Yeah, Vegeta doesn't need to be mentioned.
I was going to say, that would be weird if we didn't.
Yeah, on the tropes page mentions Mass Effect 2 with Zaid and Jack. And Morinth, if you really want to. You can recruit Morinth.
You're fucking stupid, yes.
Yeah. Does she actually...
Or you're trying something new. I'm not going to rule that out.
Does she make an appearance in Mass Effect 3?
I don't know.
Yeah, she does. Okay.
If you don't sleep with her, she just replaces Samara. So, yeah, you get some different dialogue, but I mean, yeah, every role Samara takes, Morinth has, I believe.
Lame.
It's just a question.
Great sweeping change because you chose this instead of this. You get exactly the same dialogue from a different voice actress. Yay!
It's a question of who's your waifu.
Neither of them. Because Samara you can't sleep with, and Morinth, if you do sleep with her, you'll die, so...
Yeah, I really hope it's not her.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm going to say... Actually, very, very recent one. Chumbucket from Mad Max the Game. He's your mechanic guy that kind of looks like the guy from 300 that I mentioned earlier. Yeah, in literally every profile for anyone that actually deals with you and Chumbucket and lets you stay with them, it says in their profile that they know that Chumbucket is a great mechanic and Blackfinger, but they don't trust him. Every single one of them says that. So...
Wow.
That seems like a hint that maybe Chumbucket just might betray you in the end.
Well, if you stand in the way of him making that car or reviving his god or whatever the hell he wants to do, then yeah, probably.
Or you're like, hey, okay, we can do this thing, but we need to destroy the car to do it. He's like, what? But Archangel combustion with the gears and levers of great holy stuff and light and flames of gasoline burn brightly and such, and I don't know what he fucking talks about. I don't know cars. Yeah, and he probably turns on you.
The boomers from Fallout 3.
Oh, yeah.
You mean Fallout New Vegas?
New Vegas.
Everyone confuses those games. People still to this day confuse fucking Obsidian for developing New Vegas. Ooh. It annoys me. They made the good game. They don't get credit for it because everyone thinks it was fucking Bethesda again.
I love how salty you get
awesome. I don't care.
Fallout. I think we've beaten this topic to the ground, though.
A little bit.
Yeah, I think we got enough.
Well, it's an hour and 34, so...
Man.
Okay, so I guess we're just gonna put those topics on the fucking delay list. I'm just gonna put them on for next week, I guess. Fucking hell.
Jesus.
I don't know, we could probably get through the child printed writing one. That's very long.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Okay, so we don't really have any reading for this week because we didn't really think about it, to be honest with you, and we really should have. But we have an advice for things to look for things we can read on the podcast. We're probably going to do some one-shots instead of... I mean, all of us, as far as I'm aware, read more long-form stuff than anything else.
Yeah.
So, one-shots are where this segment is going to shine. So,
Or specific sections of things. Although that's hard to kind of...
Those are a lot harder to find. So, yeah. So we're going to move on to recommendations. Does anyone besides me have a recommendation?
I recommend the movie Hot Rod, starring Andy Samberg. You should watch it.
What?
What?
Okay. Hot Rods.
Hot,
plural?
No, Hot Rod.
Hot Rod movie. Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
The fuck is that?
It's about a person, like the main character, Andy Samberg, his dream in life is to be a stuntman.
It's an okay dream.
Yeah. And he's terrible at it. He's the worst He's an awful stuntman. And his other second dream in life is to win the respect of his stepfather and beat the shit out of him. Yeah. To prove that he's a man.
This is starting to sound like an Adam Sandler film. Not gonna lie. I mean, replace stuntman with hockey player and you have Happy Gilmore, kind of.
Yeah, and eventually his stepdad comes down with like a heart illness and he needs to get him a replacement heart. So he goes out and he puts his stunting work out for the world to see to try and earn enough money to get his dad a heart replacement so he can kick his ass when he's better.
Okay.
And the movie's about him trying to make money being a stuntman.
Okay, so it sticks with it. Fair enough. That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty...
when did that come out? Would that be on like Netflix or something?
Yeah, it was from 2007, so...
Okay, cool. Netflix. Who's watching? Me. Me is watching. I'm literally looking up right now. Yep, it's on Netflix. At least in the UK. So, cool.
Hooray?
Yeah, I might actually watch that after this.
I've recommended this before, but I think I might have. I'm not sure if I have, but I want to recommend it again. Gifting the Wonderful World with Blessings. I'm going to already recommend this because I really like the main character because the premise is that the main character is going to be sent to another world because BS reasons or whatever, and he gets to pick one cheat. So it's like, I'm just going to take the goddess with me that's offering this to me, and she ends up being completely useless, and he forms a team, and every one of the team members is just hilariously bad in their own way. Like the paladin girl who's like supposed to be their tank is a masochist who can't actually hit anything, so she just runs up and gets hit, but is unable to deal any damage. Their wizard is super powerful, but can only cast the spell Explosion once per day. And
in fairness, that's basically D&D rules for spellcasting.
Yeah. And the main character himself is not particularly strong at anything, but he's got a good head on his shoulders. And there's one point where it's just like, I love this main character. It's like, he messes with his party members a lot, and one's like trying to hit him like the typical like tsundere type thing. Alright, where they get mad and they hit the main character, and because the main character is useless, he just takes it. He just, like, hits her over the head and is like, no, don't do that. What are you, stupid? And it's just like, okay. He's got a backbone, and he knows how to handle his stupid party members. And it's not even, like, a harem or anything. He's just like, why am I stuck with these three girls? They were so bad. Please, I'll go with any other party. They're all terrible and useless.
Fair play.
And, like, because the goddess he brought with him is, well, first of all, she's an idiot, but and her cult that follows her is an idiot, but they don't even know that she's in their world. But like whenever she touches water, it gets purified. So it's like she's like she makes him coffee and it's just pure water. He's like, what the heck? Why? Because any liquid she touches is purified into pure water, and he's got so much crap to deal with, and it's fantastic to read because the characters are so well done.
Okay. Celeste, you got anything?
Yes, actually. And I'm going to say
Sweet.
it quick while my internet is working. Okay,
Cool.
How do you say the name of the country from Familiar of Zero? I don't know how to pronounce it.
I don't either.
Can you spell it?
I just posted a link, unless it didn't go through.
HALKEGINIAN.
Halkaginian?
How could you... Oh, okay, that's easier to... Yeah. That is more complicated than that. Anyway, it's called No Need for Halkaginian Logic, and it's a player character version of the Dragonborn winds up in Halkaginian. And... Yeah.
Wouldn't it be Halkaginia? I think that's...
Halkaginia, the actual name of the country.
Whatever.
Yeah.
There, the place that anime is in, and it is...
Oh, Slicer's fed up.
Wow.
How is he not used to this yet? This is how I do. Okay.
Yeah. And, yeah, he just kind of squats in place and writes in his journal all the time, because it's quests, and quests are the most important thing. He heals in the middle of battle, he tells everyone, time out, I gotta heal. Does the potion. Yeah, it's really funny. So that gets a recommendation from me.
I gotta read this now.
Yeah, okay. Hang on, I gotta heal. Time out. Anyway.
The first warning sign appeared. Rather than speak up, he pulled out a small notebook, squatted down, began writing in it. This is great.
Okay, my recommendation is called Crippled by Penis. Oh, God damn it. I can't believe I fell for that. Really? That's the username, guy? God damn it. To clarify, it's spelled Paynis. How did I not? My God.
He got you.
Oh my God. Okay. As soon as I read it, I was like, hold on, that sounds like how Ken sometimes pronounces... Oh, damn it.
Well played.
Well played. Give this man a medal.
I just walked across the room.
It's already getting recommendation of the week, so...
I just walked across the room and grabbed a hat, so I'm taking it off to you.
Nice one. I'll give you credit for that. That was good. So, it's a DxD fic. Issei is Issei, and then he gets hit by a truck.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. He gets hit by a truck, and is crippled, so he has to walk with a crutch. And he has a bit of shrapnel in his brain that they can't really remove. Well, they could have removed if they knew it was there when they were operating, but they didn't, and only found out after the fact. So they couldn't fix it afterwards.
They can't just go back in and fix it?
They could, but they would probably end up doing a lot more damage than they would fix.
Ah.
So now that he has this bit of shrapnel in his head, he gets acquired savant syndrome. So basically he has an inherent grasp of mathematics and physics. And he sees numbers everywhere for everything. Like, literally everything. And it takes a few years for him to figure out what they actually mean. and they are concepts of physics, basically. So it's forces that are acting on such and such a thing, how many atoms they have, and how they're moving, and such things like that, and weight and whatnot. So he figures this out, and suddenly he is super genius, Issei, basically.
All right.
Yeah.
Is he still a pervert?
Yes.
All right, fair enough.
So he's still
If you
Issei.
couldn't see their 3 sizes, I would be shocked.
He can. He just tries not to pay attention to it, and he gets very easily distracted, as one might when you see numbers literally everywhere. So it is only 1 chapter long so far, and the first plot hook is Sona finds out that he is super genius and wants to teach him magic because he would be the best mage ever because of his maths and physics knowledge. So, yeah, that's basically where the plot hook has come from. Issei finds out that the devils and Sona wants to teach him magic, and at this point has not asked him to join her peerage. I don't think that's where the story's going. It might. I might be wrong. No idea. But only 1 chapter long.
I think that would be the requirement for teaching magic.
No, her whole character thing is that she wants to be a teacher. She wants to open a school or something, right? For rating games.
Oh.
Is that a canon thing, Zero?
What?
Sona wanting to open a school for rating games. In DxD.
I don't recall that.
Okay. That might be a thing that...
it could be like a small detail that was mentioned once, but...
It could be a thing from Demon Lord's Hero, maybe. I don't know. I remember reading that in there. So she wants to be a teacher, so she would consider it a privilege to be able to teach him and be known to have taught the best mage in the world ever how to use magic. It's probably kind of a big deal to be able to say that. So, yeah. That's... it's only 7,000 words odd, and it's pretty good. And I think people should read it and check it out and see where he goes with it. This penis.
Yes, it sounds good.
Yeah, I just hope he doesn't, stop right here and just shaft everyone.
Okay, now you're making it a thing. It was funnier when you were outraged that you got caught by it. Now you're just accepting it too easily.
Sorry. Okay. Alright, so that's my recommendation. I think we've all actually given one this week, which is a rarity.
Yay!
Boo. So, I'm going to write that in the link dump as crippled penis. Had to be done. So that ends this episode, I guess. I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast, episode 103?
102.
102. Damn it.
I think.
Let me check my notes, because I actually wrote it on the episode notes. It's 102, yes. You're absolutely right, Slicer. You're more on the ball than I am.
Woo. I know it's 102 because we did 101, and then we did the Immortal reading.
Yeah, that happened.
Wasn't that great?
No. Yeah, kind of was. I'd been curious, but I didn't want to read it because I read a story once that someone was writing, and he mentioned briefly that, hey, I read My Immortal, and I didn't want to write for the next 3 months. Imagine what that would do to me when I only update once a year.
Yeah.
I'd never write again, is what would happen. So, yeah.
Like, all of last recording was just bad. There was the Armada, which was bad, and there was My Immortal. It's like, this is what you don't do.
Both of them were your fault, by the way.
Yeah, but you know what? At least people now have something to set a standard by of don't be that. That's the worst you could possibly do. As long as you do better than that, you're tolerable.
Yeah. Okay. So I'd like to thank everyone for listening to the Fandom Flux podcast episode 4... Wait, I forgot something. 102, but I'm going to double back and look on Patreon, ladies and gentlemen. Because it is, as far as Patreon is concerned, the first week of the month.
Yay, what's my paycheck? By $4.
Yeah, $4. Well, it's going to be like, I think, $7, maybe $8, something like
Woo!
that.
Woo! That's a game on Steam.
Okay.
That's a new Let's Play.
Yeah. So, donating. Oh, why is it not sorted in? There we go. Sort by page amount. Okay. So, donating $4 is Resden63. You're still donating, buddy. I haven't seen you commenting recently. But, you know, it's good to know you're still supporting us. I don't know whether you've actually forgotten that you're donating that every month, but, you know, still nice. So thanks.
Thanks.
Tempest Tropa donates $5. Yay! Thanks, Tempest Tropa.
Yay.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guy.
Some guy donated $10. Thanks, some guy. You're awesome.
Yay.
And once again, Arxum donated $10.
Arxum's
Thank
a nice
you.
guy.
He is a very nice guy.
Yeah.
He incidentally has.
I mispronounce his name all the time.
Call him Ari. Yeah, I'm just checking to see whether anyone's.
I probably couldn't call him that without thinking, you're a wizard, Ari, all the time. Every time.
that's basically why I think of him like that.
It makes me think of Ari from the Pokemon Let's Play, who just recently died.
Oh yeah. Zero. Fucking.
You really like spoiling the Pokemon Let's Play, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I forget that it's not been released yet. Oh, well.
Actually, memory says I think that one comes out on Friday, so it'll have come out yesterday by the time this episode comes out.
Yay! I'm not a bad person. I mean, I still am a terrible person, but I'm not that bad.
Technically. Okay. So, yeah. Thank you, everyone who donated once again. If you feel like donating on Patreon, we would very much appreciate it. It not necessarily keeps the show going, but it lets us do some more cool stuff that we wouldn't be able to do otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
also it makes us feel great.
It really is, you know, a motivator when someone says, "Okay, I'm going to put money towards this because I appreciate it that much." It's some good feels, is what that is. So.
Yep.
I'm going to look for a fun game to Let's Play right now. That's how inspired I am. Waifu Hunter! Alright.
God.
What?
Okay, looking that up right now.
No, actually, no. This is just Waifu Hunter as a curator who recommends games you hunt waifus. Okay.
Anything good in that list?
Let's see. Ace Academy, Sakura Beach, Sakura Clicker, Girlfriend Rescue.
Slicer plays Sakura Clicker. He loves it so much.
Nights at Freddy's 4. That's
I actually haven't opened that game in months or weeks, whatever.
Akiba's Trip. I played that. The Reject Demon, Notch, the Innocent Luna, Eclipse Sinners. It's a biographical visual novel that tells the story of Minecraft's creator Steve Notch. Job.
Wow.
Wow. It's got anime girls on the cover, so I understand.
Okay. I'm just looking at the promotions that Steam has running at the moment.
If you guys have any recommendations for Let's Plays, shoot them towards us.
We need to play Needhog at some point.
Yeah, I still have it.
Yeah.
Nekopara.
I download. It's weird. That one is you probably couldn't Let's Play that. That's pure visual novel. I played the demo because I was bored. It was free.
Well, you could play it, but you would basically just be doing funny voices for the entirety of the thing. That's it.
Pretty much.
Duke Nukem Forever. Oh,
No.
That better be like 50 cents.
Gender Bender DNA Twister Extreme.
What?
Why?
Right. Okay. Run that by me again. Gender
Bender DNA Twister Extreme.
Found it. Yep, that's my birthday. Thanks for checking that, Steam.
It's always a good
romantic-
sign when it checks your birthday.
Yeah, it looks kind of like Elguna Shive, except with shittier art.
Yeah, the art is actually really garbage.
How is that possible?
There's nothing wrong with the art for Elguna Shive. What are you talking about? Well, the early stuff is
better
kind of rubbish,
now. Yeah, it's better now, but it used to be pretty bad.
Yeah, originally it was really bad Dragon Ball style art.
Blade Kitten. It's a Catgirl game.
Of course it is.
Okay, we were ending an episode, so...
I gotta vacuum
If
my
you-
car and do some stuff, so I mean, we can end this,
Yeah.
please.
All right.
Yeah, if you would like to donate on Patreon, we would appreciate it, and we could do some cool stuff and check out some cool. I still need to do all those videos I was going to do for buying things from the last Steam sale, which I'm probably going to do in time for the next Steam sale, which I think is Halloween.
Ooh! For October, can we do RPG Maker horror games?
I don't see why not. If you can find them, go ahead.
I'm gonna go look for some.
What do you mean? Play them as Let's Plays?
Yeah,
Or?
RPG Maker horror games. They're always fun.
Okay, sure. I don't see why not. That's before any of the good games come out, as far as I'm aware. So. Yeah, because November is when Fallout 4 comes out and XCOM 2 comes out. It's going to be a month. I'm going to have to see if I can book some holidays.
Yeah. Yeah, and what Casey was saying, we get cool stuff in the Patreon thing, but you guys get cool stuff too.
Yeah.
You can be on the podcast, you get us to read stuff.
Oh, I think we still have the commission thing still going.
I believe so.
Report?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want us to write something in particular, then we can do that too. Yeah. So if you want to donate, we would very much appreciate it. And at the very least, we would shout you out in the first episode of the month, as we have done just now. So, once again, I would like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast, episode 102. Bye now.
Bye.
See you guys.
I can't believe you got me with that penis thing.